Hey everybody, I'm BJMine, aka The Terrible Australian at supermastery.com, and welcome to my video review of Independence Day Resurgence, which of course is the long-awaited sequel to the 1996 major blockbuster Independence Day. So let's get right into it. Now, I'm just going to say it right off the bat, I'm an unabashed fan of the very first Independence Day. That film sort of came out at the right time, because I was about 12 years old when that film came out. And it just hit me at the right time, and that was kind of during those few years, like between 12 to 14, where I was starting to become a really big film fan, and that was one of the films that sort of piqued my interest in film, and particularly with blockbuster, because that film was like huge, like just the publicity and the hype, it was everywhere. I just was soaked up in it, and at the time I absolutely loved it. And having rewatched, and I've watched it many times over the years, and having rewatched it again recently, I still have a great time watching it. And when I heard that there was going to be a sequel, I was kind of in three minds about it, mainly because one I was like, yeah, that'd be pretty cool to see a sequel. Number two, do we really necessarily need a sequel? Because the first film kind of told its story and did it in a very sort of complete way. And third, would it even get made? Because there was talks about this being made like years back, but it just seemed like it was in development hell for so long. And the fact that it finally got made, I was really excited about it. And having now seen the film, like, is it as good as Independence Day? That's probably what you're all wondering. I will say this, though. I can understand nobody liking this film, or didn't like this film, or thought it was stupid, idiotic, incredibly cheesy, and dumb, and pretty much any kind of adjective like that. And I can understand that completely, and I don't begrudge anyone for saying that about the film. But it's because of those reasons alone why I really enjoyed this sequel. Like, I don't think it's as good as the first one, but I think for what it is, I thought it was silly fun, and I just had a really fun time watching it. And, like, I will say this, though, I do think it lacks the charm of the first one. But I think for what it is, and I thought it was quite enjoyable. Like, yeah, it is a pretty dumb film, and it's incredibly cheesy and silly, but, you know, but so was the first film, and that's what I wanted from an Independence Day film, and the sequel kind of delivered that to me. Like I said, it does lack the charm of the first film, which kind of lessens the film a bit, and I do feel like with some of the returning cast members, weren't really given that much to do, but the main ones sort of given, at least given a bit of focus, like Bill Pullman, and of course Jeff Goldblum, who should just be in more movies, and particularly big major blockbusters like this, and him being the lead in this one is pretty awesome in my eyes. And also I thought the new additions, like, you know, Liam Hemsworth, Maika Monroe, William Fichtner, Sela Ward, Jessie T. Usher, were all solid. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna, this isn't a type of film that requires great acting or anything like that, but, you know, I thought they all did pretty well, you know, with the type of roles that they were required to do. But, you know, but at the same time, though, it does lack that, I guess you could say, the Will Smith factor. Since Will Smith's character's not in this film, it does sort of, you do feel a sense that something's missing, and I think it's really, he was like, and it's definitely him, because he was such a great and a key ingredient in the first film. So his presence is definitely missing in this one. But I still had a lot of fun with it. Like, the visual effects, like, even though, yeah, most of the visual effects this time around are more CGI compared to sort of the practical stuff that they did with the first film. But I thought it looked really good for most part. And I thought the action set pieces were pretty well done. The disaster scenes where cities were just getting toppled and everything, basically was complete disaster porn. But, you know, fun. What I really liked about it, like, this one, compared to the first film, this one's definitely very much more sci-fi heavy than the first one. And you'll know what I mean when you see it, not just in terms of where it goes with its story, which I'm not going to spoil, but also with the technology. And, like, this film is set today, like 20 years after the events of the first. So, but the technology that's sort of shown in the film is so way advanced to everything that's in our world right now. But then again, you know, this is an alternate kind of 2016 where there has been a huge alien invasion, and we've used the aliens' technology to our own benefit. So And in that regard, I found really interesting about the film. And like I said, it's a lot of fun. And also I have to give another key ingredient. Brent Spiner, who was in the first Independence Day film, is back. I'm not going to explain how, but you'll have to watch the film to find out. And he's given more to do in this one, and I thought he just pretty much steals every scene he's in as well. So, it's pretty well directed by Roland Emmerich. I mean, this is him in this is like an old hat. This is him this is like familiar ground for him, but you can tell that he's having fun doing this. And like I said, it's a completely silly film and completely dumb on so many levels. Probably even more so than the first. But it's those reasons alone why I just had a really good time with it. Because, that's what I expected. And that's what I got. And for that reason alone, why I enjoyed it. So if I have to give but at the same time, I can understand why nobody would say it's a bad film. Like I say, it's not a quality film. But, it's cheesy fun. So, and I can understand why people wouldn't like that because of that. So, but, I digress. So, anyways, if I had to rate this film, I give it a solid 3.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it quite a lot. So, yeah, that's the end of this video review of Independence Day Resurgence. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all later. See you, everyone. Bye.